Hello students, in today's class we are going to understand naming and types of acids. We know acids and base is a very important chapter of 10th class, and there is a lot of confusion how to write names of acid, which acid is going to be strong acid, which acid is going to be weak acid. So in today's class we are going to understand all about it. So when we say acid, what is the meaning of acid? So one simply can say the substance which can give H plus ion in water, that is going to be called as acid. Okay, so acid simply means donor of H plus ions in water. A simple representation of acid can be HA. So any acid, HA for anions, so that is going to break into H plus and A minus in water. So any substance which is going to give H plus ion, that is called acid in water. So now understand types of acid. So there are two types of acid. One is hydroacids and another one is oxyacids. Now what is the difference, hydroacid and oxyacid? So I will write one example, then you will be able to figure out. One example of hydroacid is HCl. One example of oxyacid is H2SO4. Both are strong acid, but what is the, let's say, difference? So in hydroacid, the non-metal is directly attached to hydrogen. The non-metal, let's say chlorine over here, is directly attached to hydrogen. In oxyacid, the non-metal, that is sulfur, is not directly attached to hydrogen, it is attached to oxygen. So if I am going to write, let's say, structure of H2SO4, you will be able to understand more. So let's say SO4. So H2SO4 looks like this. This is the structure. So you can see the hydrogen is attached to oxygen. So wherever you are going to see this OH, that is going to be called as oxyacids. And wherever the non-metal is directly attached to hydrogen, that is called hydroacids. So let's write some more example. Let's say HCl. You can see H2S. Here sulfur is directly attached to hydrogen. You can write some more names. Let's say over here HNO3. Right? You can write some more example. Let's say over here S3PO4. Some more example H2CO3. All are oxyacids. Now let's understand the names of these types of acid. So how we are going to write the names of these acids? So first we are going to understand hydroacids. So you can write this definition: hydrogen is attached to non-metal. Over here you can write the definition. Let's say hydrogen is attached to oxygen and oxygen is attached to non-metal. Okay. So now we are going to understand naming of hydroacid. So naming of hydroacid has two parts. Hydroacid in, let's say, gas or in water. So we know that HCl is a gas. When this HCl is very highly soluble, let's say in water, so that's why HCl acid has become, and that is what that is written as HCl aqueous. Z means gas, HCl is a gas, HCl aqueous means it is in water. In both cases the name are different. Over here the name is hydrogen chloride gas. Over here the name is hydrochloric acid. Okay, so we are going to understand the rule. So rule over here is prefix plus name of non-metal plus eyed gas. Over here the rule is prefix is going to be hydro plus name of non-metal plus ic acid. So ic acid is suffix. Ic acid is suffix. Over here eyed gas is suffix. Okay, prefix over here is hydrogen. So now with the help of these two rules, we can write the names. So most commonly, let's say when we are talking about, let's say acid, hydroacid, we are talking about in water. Okay. But some of these hydroacid is also gas. So we have to, let's say, differentiate. You can see over here, this is hydrogen chloride gas, or this is also hydrochloric acid. The same compounds have two different names because both of these are in different states. Over here is gas, over here is in water. So let's write names of hydroacid, some examples. So let's say first example is going to be H2S. So H2S, let's say in water is going to be, name is going to be hydrosulfuric acid. Hydro prefix in water and ic is suffix. So hydrosulfuric acid. Let's say if we have to write name as gas, H2SG. So the name is going to be hydrogen sulfide gas. Okay, we'll write some more example. Let's say we have to write example of HBr. So what is going to be named? Let's say in water. Okay, now we are going to write in water. So let's say aqueous. What is the name? So the name is going to be hydrobromic acid. Okay, so this is the basic rule. You have to understand whether we are writing in water or we are writing as a gas. So the name is different, the prefixes are different, suffixes are different. Okay, hydrogen chloride gas, okay, hydrogen sulfide gas. Similarly over here hydrogen bromide gas. Like that we are going to write. Now if we have to write, let's say one more example, HCN. You have to write the name of HCN. So now you have to think HCN in water, let's say aqueous. So you have to think that it is going to break into H plus plus Cn minus. Now we are aware that Cn minus is called as cyanide. So the name of this acid is going to be hydrocyanic acid. Okay. Now let's understand naming of oxy acids. After this, we are going to understand naming of oxy acids. Okay, so let's say I will write example over here, HNO3. All of you know the name is nitric acid. Similarly, if I will write the example of HNO2, the name is nitrous acid. Can you figure out some difference over here and here? The names? Yes. Over here it is ik and over here it is us. Okay. So the basic difference over here in oxy acid is suffix, whether it is going to be ik acid or it is going to be us acid, we are going to understand. So the basic of, let's say, naming of oxy acid is based on electron negativity value, based on electron negativity and oxidation number. So this is little bit higher concept. We are going to cover it in next class. Now focus that how to, let's say, understand properly and very simply. So you can understand, it's a very simple concept. If the number of oxygen is going to increase, the suffix is going to change from us to ik acid. I'll write some example, then you can see some more difference. Let's say, if I have written H2SO4 and I have written H2SO3, then this is called sulfuric acid. And this is called sulfurous acid. The actual reason is based on oxidation state. The oxidation number over here for sulfur is 4 plus 4. The oxidation number for sulfur over here is plus 6. And because the oxidation number is increasing, the change in suffix you can see us to ik. But for you, right now you can consider according to oxygen. If the number of oxygen is increasing, you can say the suffix is going to change from us to ik. We can see one more example. The example over here is H3PO4 and H3PO3. So H3PO4 is going to be phosphoric acid and H3PO4 is going to be phosphorus acid. Okay, so this is the simpler way to, let's say, understand the name. Another example, let's say if somewhere it is written as H2CO3. So for carbon we don't have H2CO2. Carbon we only have one, let's say, one oxy acid, H2CO3. So the whether his name is going to be carbonous acid or carbonic acid. So you have to understand ik acid are most common. So ik suffix is given when the most common oxidation state is present. So over here the carbon is present into H2CO3 plus 4 oxidation state. The name is carbonic acid. Similarly, if another example I am going to cover, that is H3BO3. The name over here is going to be boron. Boron say boric acid. So now you would have figured out ik acid is most common. If number of oxygen is going to decrease, then we are going to have us acid. There are some more, let's say, example where you need to have, let's say, you need to remember it. If we are having chlorine, oxy acids of chlorine, there are more than 2 acids. So one is HClO4, HClO3, HClO2, HClO. There are 4 oxy acids. So how we are going to write the name? So in this case you have to remember little bit, because here number of oxygen is keep on increasing. So oxygen over here 1, 2, 3 and 4. So this part you have to keep in mind. When you are going to understand oxidation number, you will easily able to figure out, but at your level I am going to give you a trick. So you have to remember HClO3 is ic acid, so chloric acid. You have to remember this. Now, if the number of oxygen is further increased, we are not going to change suffix, we are going to add a prefix over here. So chloric acid, and this is going to become perchloric acid. Okay, so we have added prefix over here. HClO2. Ic acid, if we are going to decrease number of oxygen, it is going to become us acid. So this is going to become chlorus acid. Then we have further decreased one oxygen. Now only one oxygen is there. So again we are not going to change the suffix over here. We are going to add one prefix, and that prefix is called hypochlorous acid. So over here now I will write one more, let's say, thing. So one more oxy acid is S3PO2 of phosphorus, S3PO2. So what is the name? We have already have us acid, the oxygen is decreased one more, so the prefix hypo we have to add, the name is going to become hypophosphorus acid. Okay, so that's how we are going to write names of oxy acids.